What's up, YouTube? This is Sea-Dog back with another review. This is part 2 to the SOC, Soul of Chogokin, by Bandai Japan, Golion, or VOLTRON as we know him here in America. This figure is freaking incredible. This is part 2. Go back and watch part 1 for all the lions and their posability. I go through the full list of their gimmicks and like their, their locking gimmicks. It will get covered here, but their gimmicks for like their posability and their joints, like this one, you can swivel like this and go back and forth like that. A lot of reviewers might not show you stuff like that, so I'm here to do stuff like that. And basically we're just going to go back and I showed you all the other stuff, and the only thing that we're ready to do now is form VOLTRON. So we're going to start with a little unorthodox. We're going to go with the green line. You want to just close up his legs like that. And we want to close up his arms like that. Just like that. And also, we're going to push everything in. These pull out, you want to push them in. These, if that's it out, you want to pull it out. You want to pull it in too. Let's see, more light over here. So, push that in. You want to flip this down. And if you're worried about breaking this off, just take it off. No big deal. At least you know it's not going to break next time. Next you want to do is you want to swivel this forward like that, and then swivel it like that, so we have the joint. Okay? And I'll show you more to that later. So that is the green lion's arm. Actually, no, we wanted to do it the other way because this is... Oh, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, I guess it's the same either way. Yeah, so... that's the green lion. We're going to do the red line next. Same thing. Swivel this like that. Get his legs in there just like that. And squeeze them in. Like that and that. And put this down. I'm going to show you with this one that you can put... Well, I'm not going to, because I don't want to break them off. And these are non-replaceable parts. So we're just going to take these off. For no reason at all. Just because I'm reaching ahead of me and it's just safer that way. And then we want to swivel the arm like this and keep it like that. So, and push the head forward if it's not. And like that is the red line. I feel like the lighting is just horrible. That's probably just me. Alright, next we're going to do the blue line. We're going to push these guys in the back a little bit so we get a little bit of light here. There. And see how this is like that? You're going to want to push that in. So extend that back, push that up, then close those in. Same, this is different. So what we do with this is you're going to want to make sure that it's up to the back right here, and then it comes down and becomes kind of like the Voltron from Matty Collector originally kind of made it. Like that, and then suction these in. But when you pull the head forward, they suction in all the way. And when you pull the head down, they flap out. You see that? Okay, watch, we'll do it again. See? You want the red box, so it's like that. And you want these. And then this is extremely hard to pull out on one side, not the other. It was almost hard to figure out where it went to. But eventually it started to work for me. And then you want to shift up. Oops. Then you want to shift up his... You want to just kind of work with it. Want that to back up. You want those to back up. And you're gonna want you want this to kind of turn around and sit in there like that. So that, my friends, is the blue line. Alright. So now we're on the yellow line. So we're going to do the yellow line next. And for those that want all the gimmicks of the lions, once again, go in and watch my review on the lions. And we want to push these up. We want this to go up. Suck that up like that. These will go down like this. And this flips out to the back. And hopefully you can see everything. So the lighting is good enough. Alright, there. And you want to kind of work with it a little bit. So spin this around, flip it down, just like that. Like that. Alright, next we're going to want to use that ankle joint so it kind of goes in there. Like next we're going to want to come back here and you're going to want to flip this open. See, there's a little button in there. Oh, I already have these down. These were supposed to be up afterwards. And the way you got it up was, I think there was a way. Yeah, I just left them in. Sorry about that. For when it was supposed to be out, like out here, you could pull these back out. And I actually haven't figured out how to do that yet. I think there was a button on this side. No, that was on the different one. I guess you just pull on this. Well, whatever the way, I'll have to figure it out and then get back to you, hopefully. But what you do want to do is you want to push that down until it clicks. Once it goes out, because it'll cover this up completely in the back. And you open this and you push that down until it clicks. I forgot to undo it, which is my fault. But yeah, I wonder how to get that out. I don't know, but so we want it like that. All right, so we got that part done, and now we want the black line. So we're gonna put him back here like this, and keep the ankle joint from the black line, the biggest one of them all. We're gonna get all these out of the way so it focuses on the black line. There's a tail. All right, so he's really cool, but we want to make sure these extending joints are back in. We want to flip these open on both sides like that. You want to straighten up his paws and then put the metal parts in like that. Straighten up the paws. And then you want it to be smoothly in there. Is that in there? I don't think it's in there quite yet. There. You want that to close off. Same thing on this side. I still feel like there's something in the way. Is that gonna work? What is going on? Give me 1 second while I try to figure this out. We'll get it. I didn't have a problem with it before. It's probably just because I can't really. It's not that deep. Come on, get back out here. There. Let those clip in, and we want these to go around like this. Next, we want this joint right here that I showed in. That's one of the joints I show in the first video. You want to hold it like this and pull that joint out for the sitting pose. Plus, this one you want to extend back and close in. So close those in. You want to move these aside. You want to turn this tail around like that and set it back up there. Actually, do you want to do that? No, you want it to regularize. It's not like the other lines. So, or however you want to put it up. It sits up there nicely. And then you want to leave those for now. Straighten up the legs. And this part's a little tricky. I mean, just not really, but. And you kind of want them back like that. And you're going to want the parts to go in there. So we're going to want those tabs right there to go into there. And the way we do it was we hold this button while we put it in. So, and you want it to kind of be, it's going to be at a weird angle. It's going to be at like, maybe an angle like that, or maybe, I think it's going to be like, let's try it like this. So we're going to hold the button while we do it. Hold the button. It's going to be a little bit more tricky doing it this way. And then we're going to want to kind of set it in there until it locks. See, it's locked in. Alright, let's get some room here. Same thing with this side. If I can see, I can't see, there's a light in my way, but same thing, you want to hold the button. There's a button back there, right here, push it in. I can't see, I'm looking, so hopefully, I can see the leg, but I can't see anything else. Hold the button, and kind of feed it its way in there. And I don't think that was right. So we want to go back, hold the button. So that wasn't even the button. Like that. Then you want to extend the legs, and you got an ankle rock right here. So we want to use that ankle rock. And so we're going to just get adjusted here. And we're going to need a second. Okay, hopefully the lighting will be good enough here. So what we want to do is next is you want to make sure these are attached in. These are parts right here, and then there's some locking parts right here. And you're going to want to make sure that, oops. You're going to want to make sure they go all the way over. So I'm going to have to do it this way. You want to make sure they fully go over. Because if they don't, they're gonna, you know, they're messing things up. I probably should have done this to start. But make sure they go all the way over so it locks it. After that, readjust everything because obviously... And then what I do is I always pull this up because it makes it look more like Voltron in my opinion. But for now, because it gives them more of that length. But for now, we're going to pull this down. You want to pull down the head first. And then you kind of seat it in there. Because the neck will only go up. If you look, it's only up to there. So if you leave it up, it's going to be hanging up. So you seat it in there. And then it gives you that turn. And we'll show you the posability in a minute. And, okay, then you take the green line and you attach them in there. And you take the red line and you attach them in there. If I can see it. Just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Oh, see, it didn't lock. Damn it. Give me 1 second. I got to lock that. In order to lock that joint, you have to put it close to your chest. And you have to use a lot of pressure, and you have to do it precisely, or else it won't lock. And you want it to lock because that's what keeps it from his arms able to go. Arms will go out like that. They go front to back. You have an extending joint here, so you can get a full 90. Because without it, if you put the extending joint in, you can get about there. And then you take the extending joint out, and it gives you the full 90 degrees. He's got the bicep swivel. At the bottom, he's got the rotation at the forearm swivel, plus he's got the bicep swivel. He's got a head that'll go up and down and around, swivel, and it will go in and out. Same thing on this side. This is all the same. Oops, this needed to be like that. Like that, for nicely. I keep forgetting that the ratchets on my phone make it so it drowns out my voice. I'm so sorry if it did it, but this has taken a long time to do this review, so I'm probably not going to redo it. But he's got a little bit of a waist swivel, which is nice. He can look up and down. So up and down. And he can look left to right. He's also got his, his ears, which were supposed to be metal, but they end up being plastic. He also can pull up his wings. Alright, so he can lift his legs out about that far, but he's got nice ratcheting joints forward and back. He's got a thigh swivel that's fully able to swivel. And he's got 3 clicks, which is almost just about 90 degrees on the knee. He also has, oops, let's get this fucking light out of the way before you scratch something. He also has the ankle tilts right here and a little bit up and down. Plus he's got this whole rocking joint on this, which I can't really show you because there we go. Yeah, there we go. It's nice and deep, and it helps. He also can go front to back a little bit, which it will mess it in this situation. It's going to mess everything up from him standing, but he can do it, and he's just an awesome robot. He comes with some gimmicks or some. He comes with a sword, so we're going to get him sorted up before I end the review and give you a few more times to look at it. So you can open that, you flip this to the bottom, and you would guide it in and peg it in, just like that. I don't want it to get scratched because it's hitting everything, but there you go. He also has a shield, which I don't have the other side for at the moment. It's over in the package, but it's got a hole I meant to bring it, but it's got a hole right there. And you plug in the attachment, and then you peg in the shield afterwards. And I'm not really a big fan on that, but I will probably do some pictures with it. But he's a freaking awesome figure, and he weighs like a ton, dude. He's like huge. You know what I mean? Nice swivels. He's got great posability. He's solid. He's not like floppy. You know, his legs will hold a pose. You know, they hold. Like, they don't drop very easily. I mean, they will a little bit, but they also will hold a little bit too. And I'm also ahead. So let's give you one nice little last look. Get him nice and situated right. And I'll give you one last look. So that's Voltron. He's freaking awesome. I highly recommend him for anyone that can afford him. He comes with a nice booklet. That's really cool. I'll show you some cool art in it really quickly. I want to show you this one thing at least. One of the concept arts looks like a lot like Leo who? Leave it in the comment sections below if you know what I'm talking about. Leo Kaiser. But look, lion heads for feet. And it's got a lot of other cool things in that book. So like, comment, subscribe, stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video, which will be Brainstorm. And we're going to do Inferno and Optimus Primal this week too. Alright, peace. I'm out. That's a wrap.